Okay. Hello, you guys. Today I wanted to read about Genesis chapter 18. Okay, let's read. A son is promised to Sarah. The road appeared again to Abram near the oak grove belonging to uh, Mamre. Mamura. 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 Okay, Mamura. Mamura. One day, Abram was sitting at the entrance to his tent during the hottest part of the day. He looked up and noticed three men standing nearby. When he saw them, he ran to meet them and welcomed them, bowing low to the ground. My lord, he said, it is please you stop here for a while. Rest in the shade of this tree while water is brought to wash your feet. And since you've honored your servant with this visit, let me prepare some food to refresh you before you continue on your journey. All right, they said. Do as you have said. So Abram ran back to the tent and said to Sarah, hurry, get 3 measure of your best flour, knead it into dough and bake some bread. Then Abram ran out the herd and chose a tender calf and gave it to his servant who quickly prepared it. When the food was ready, Abram took some yogurt and milk and roasted meat, and he served it to the man. As they ate, Abram waited on them in the shade of the trees. Where is Sarah, your wife? The visitor asked. She's inside the tent, Abram replied. Then one of them said, I will return to you about this time next year, and your wife Sarah will have a son. Sarah was listening to this conversation from the tent. Abram and Sarah were both very old by this time, and Sarah was long past the age of having children. So she rocked silently to herself and said, how could a worn out woman like me enjoy such pleasure, especially when my master, my husband, is also so old? Then the Lord said to Abram, why did Sarah robbed? Why did she say, can an old woman like me have a baby? Is anything too hard for the road? I will return about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son. Sarah was afraid, so she denied it, saying, I didn't rob. But the Lord said, no, you did rob. Abram intercedes for Sodom. The men got up from their meal and looked up toward Sodom. As they left, Abram went with them to send them on their way. Should I hide my plan from Abram? The Lord asked. For Abram will certainly become a great and mighty nation, and all the nation of the earth will be blessed through him. I have uh, singled him out so that he will direct to his sons and their families to keep the way of the road by doing what is right and just. Then I will do for Abram all that I have promised. So the Lord told Abram, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah because their sin is so flagrant, 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 flagrant. I'm going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. The other men turned and headed toward Sodom, but the road remained with Abram. Abram approached him and said, will you sweep away both the righteous and the wicked? Wicked. Okay. Suppose you find 50 righteous people living there in the city. Will you still whip it away and not spare it for their sake, sake, sake? Surely you wouldn't do such a thing, destroying, destroying the righteous along with the wicked. Why you would be treating the righteous and the wicked exactly the same? Surely you wouldn't do that. Sure, not the judge of all the earth do what is right. And the Lord replied, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake. Then Abram spoke again, since I have begun, let me speak further to my road, even though I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45 righteous people rather than 50. 50 when you destroy the whole city for lack of 5. And the Lord said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 righteous people there. And Abram pressed his request further. Suppose there are only 40. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 40. Please don't be angry, my Lord. Abram pleaded. Let me speak. Suppose only 30 righteous people are found. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it. If I find the star 30, then Abram said, since I have dared to speak to the road, let me continue. Suppose there are only 20. And the road replied, then I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20. Finally, Abram said to the road, please don't be angry with me if I speak one more time. Suppose only 10 are found there. And the road replied, then I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. the 10. When the Lord had finished his conversation with Abram, he went on his way, and Abram returned to his tent. So today, from the Genesis 18, um, I mean, if Ruth found from there just 10 righteous people, he never destroyed it. And yeah, he make mm, holding his plan, but uh, yeah, they couldn't righteous at all. So Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah is destroyed by road hand. So is it here's the Genesis chapter 18. I did. Bye.